Today we are going to work these examples, the homework that I gave you on the vectors. So the first question here says, given that FD equal to small a and FE equal to minus b, the midpoint, capital M, on DE is such that DM equal to 2ME. And Y is the midpoint of FM. This is the diagram describing what we have in the equation. So let's go about solving it. Solution. Now, the first part of it, find the vector Dm in terms of A and B. We are to look for the vector Dm in terms of A and B. The vector Dm in terms of A and B. Dm equal to equation 1. That's what we have to look for in terms of A and B. Now, there is a relationship on the equation paper that says that we have Dm equal to 2ME. We can write a ratio from this. If we are to write it in terms of ratio, you will see that you actually have Dm over ME equal to 2 over 1. What does this mean? It means that if we take the sum of ratio, we are going to have 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. This relation shows that we have divided this line. We have divided this line into 3 parts, and that Dm is occupying 2 parts, whereas Me is occupying 1 part. It means that you can express the vector Dm to be equal to 2 parts of De. So you have 2 over 3 De. It means that essentially we have to look for what? De, right? Essentially we have to look for De. If we can solve for this De, then it will easily permit us to solve for what? Dm. So first and foremost, let's look for De. De means that you are moving from point D to point E. Look at it. This is a diagram. We move from point D to point E. It means that our end point is what? E, right? You can instead move the other way round. It means that instead of moving this way, which is our equation, you can move from what? D to F, F to E. That will include what? A and B as set in the equation. So let's go about the movement. Don't worry yourself about signs. That will be taken care of as the equation is being solved. So we have D, E. Df rather, we have Df plus Fe. That is the movement. But this Df is what? Df is exactly opposite to what? Fe, right? It means that we have to change the sign of this letter. It's going to be what? Negative A. What about Fe? Fe is in the right direction. So it's going to be positive, right? Positive B. But initially, it was given as negative. So it remains what? Negative. So we have negative B. Is that okay? Now, you discover that we have got our DE. So we can express it now. We can express now Dm in terms of what? A and B. Therefore, Dm, it is not discipline master, please. It's just a vector. Dm is equal to 2 over 3 into is a solution to that first part. Okay? So this is the answer. Yes. Yes. We got the 2 on 3 when we consider this relationship. This relationship is telling us that Dm is a point on what De, such that you have Dm equal to 2Ne, right? It means that if you take a ratio of these ratios are very important to help you know a path that a particular vector occupies on a given line segment. Okay? On a given line segment. So when you take ratios into account, you see that Dm over Me will give you a 2 over 1, right? So dividing this line segment DE into 3, okay, 2 parts of it goes to what? Dm. So 2 parts of 3, you write it as what? To get. Is that okay? 2 parts of 3 is to get. It means that Dm is to get of what? De. Is that okay? Dm is to get of De. But De is very easy to calculate. We just calculated De that to be minus A minus B. Is that okay? It means that our Dm then should be equal to 2 over 3 into minus A minus B. Is that okay? And that gives the value, it gives the answer for Dm. Is that clear? The next part of the equation that follows says that, that's the D part. It says that, show that dy equal to minus 1 over 6 into 5a plus 2b. The B part of the equation says, show that dy equal to minus 1 over 6 into 5a plus 2b. We are not interested with the right hand side of it. We are interested to use the left hand side and show that it is equal to what you have on the right hand side. So you have to solve dy. Whatever answer that you have for dy, you can then simplify it to take the form that you have on the right hand side. Let's go about solving for dy. Equal to, let's look at the diagram where dy is located. You see that you are the one to indicate dy because here there is no line segment, right, for dy. So you can do it this way. That gives us dy, okay? But how will you move in order to have dy in terms of A and B? Since we are to have dy, you can move the other way around to reach what? Y. So you have df plus what? Fy. So that is the first expression you have to write following that. So let's go about writing. We have df plus fy. Right? That is the first thing you have to write. Now, if you look at df in the diagram is what? Small a. So that one is known. Fy. We don't know anything about it as of now, right? So what are we to do? Since Fy is a midpoint of what? Is a midpoint of Fm. We can first of all look for Fm, okay? But Fy equal to half Fm. This means that our Fm should be equal to, let's go back to the diagram to look for Fm. Now, this is a line, Fm, that is line. Now, to get to M, you can do it the other way around, right? Just always think of the other way around to get to it. To get to Fm, this is the starting point and this is the ending point. So you should always go in such a way that you end where that point is supposed to end. So we can move in this direction. We can take F, D, and what? D, M. It's going to give us what? F, M, right? We move this other way around. We move F, D, and what? D, M. We are going to get our word at F, M. Is that okay? So let's write it that way. Let's express our Fm is going to be equal to Fd plus Dm. Thanks be to God that we already have what? Dm, right? We just calculated Dm. And we know what? We know Fd. Okay? Fd is what? A. And we know Dm to be what? It was what? 2 over 3 into minus A minus B. So we can simply substitute. So we have, is it in the right direction? Yes. So we have small a plus, we have 2 over 3. Now we are talking of Dm. We calculated it in that direction. So it is in the right direction. So there is no problem with sign here. You allow it as positive. So we have minus A minus B close brackets. Now you can simplify this to see what you have. You're going to have A minus 2 over 3 A minus 2 over 3 B. I'll just open out the brackets, right? So you can as well simplify this part because these are like terms, right? You can simplify this. Let's go back to our primary school method. We are going to have what? A minus what? 2 over 3. Okay? Look for the LCM is 3. So we have 1, 3 divided by 1 gives us 3. 3 times 3A minus what? 2A equal to A over 3. So we know that all these parts is what? So this is equal to A over, in other words, we can write it as 1/3 A as fraction minus 2 over 3B. This is Fm. Put it in brackets so that you can easily remember that. So in the part that follows, we actually wanted to work with dy. Now we have idea of what our Fm is. We can simply substitute it there so that we now have the word Fy. So we can go about the first part of it that says we should look for dy. Dy then should be equal to our df. Are we in the right direction? Df. Are we in the right direction? Look at the diagram. Df, are we in the right direction? We are not in the right direction, so you have to change the sign of this, right? You change the sign, so you're going to have what? Minus A. We are done with this part. What about this part? We just calculated it to be half. Okay? Fm. So you have plus half. Our Fm, we calculated it to be 1 over 3 A minus 2 over 3 B. Right? That's what we have. So you can open out this bracket. So we have minus A. This times this will give us plus 1 over 6 A. This times this will give us minus 2 over 6 B. You see that we are already going in the sense of what they want us to do. So this is what we have. collect like terms together. If you collect the like terms together, or you simply work all of these together, you're going to have what you need. Your LCM here will be what? 6. So if that is the case, you take your LCM to be 6. Then you are going to have minus 6a, right? Minus 6a, and here you are going to have a. So we have plus a. That's what we're going to have. And here you are going to have, what are you going to have? Just minus 2b. Minus 2b. So you simplify what you have in the numerator. You're going to have minus a plus a. Minus 6a plus a. Negative 5a. Negative 2b. All these over what? 6. So you see that following what the form of the term on the right hand side, we got what? Minus 1 over 6 into this. So we can push out the minus sign of both terms in the numerator, right? And then push out what? 6. So we are going to have minus 1 over 6 into, so here you are going to have what? 5a plus what? 2b. And that is good. Okay, let's look at question number 2. This question is based on this diagram. So you look at the diagram carefully, understand it, then you go about solving the questions. Small Roman 1 says that find PM, PQ, LN, and LS in terms of A and B. All these are vectors. So we have to look for these vectors in terms of A and B. Let's begin with small Roman 1. So small Roman 1. PM. Let's go to the diagram and see where PM is located. This is vector PM, right? Now, for us to get to PM, we can take these different directions. We can take PL, right? And LM. We'll get to PM. Look at it again. We can take PL plus what? LM, right? We'll get to what? PM. Just as we said earlier. So you are going to have PM equal to what? PL plus LM. Now, all these two are present, so we are going to have PL is small a in the right direction, so we write small a. And LM is in the right direction, so we have plus what? B. We have solved for that. This is PL. That's all about it. The next one that follows says that we have what? We have PQ equal to. Let's look at the location of PQ. This is PQ. Right? Now you discover that our PQ here is half of what? PM. This is very simple. We have got PM, right? So our PQ is equal to half of PM. So you simply substitute PM with A plus B. So we have half into A plus B. We are done with that. That is your answer. Let's look for LN. LN. So we have LN equal to the location of LN. LN. Now look at the way LN is in terms of B and A. You will discover that to get to L N, you can do it this way. Lm plus what? Mn, right? Yes. If that is the case, we are going to have Lm plus Mn. This is equal to our Lm is in the right direction, so we write small d. And Mn is in the opposite direction, so we did what? Minus Ka. We have solved for what? Ln. Is that okay? Yes. Next, we have to look for Ls. Ls. The location of Ls. We have Ls. Now, you will notice that Ls is half of what? Ln. But have we got Ln? Yes. We have just calculated. So, we can do it this way. We can write Ls is equal to half of Ln equal to half into V minus Ka. We have solved for that as well. Let's go to small man 2. Small man 2 says, show that Ks equal to 1 minus K divided by 2 times what? A. So, we are not interested, just as we did in question number 1b, we are not interested with the right hand side at the beginning, okay? It is at the end that the answer that we have, we are going to simplify it to take the form of the right hand side. So let's work first with what? Qs. Let's write that. Qs is equal to, go back to the diagram and find out Qs. You see that it wasn't linked up, right? So you have to link it. That is Qs. But in terms of expressing it, look at, to move from point Q to point S, you can go this other way around. So you can move from what? QP. So we have QP plus PL plus LS. Ask yourself that among these, which ones are already expressed in terms of what? A and B. Let's look at QP. QP, is it already expressed? QP is already expressed. It's a negative form of this vector. It's already expressed. So, it's a negative form of what? PQ. Okay? QP. Okay? It's a negative form of what? PQ. So, it's already expressed. We don't have a problem. Let's find out about this. PL. PL is already known, right? What about LS? LS. The negative form of is a positive. It's the same, okay? LS here is already calculated. It is half Ln. Okay? So let's put all the values of the vectors that we have here. We sum them up. So our QP, what is the value for QP? Negative half into A plus B. What is PL? Plus A, right? And what is LS? Plus half. Please be careful of signs here. So you have plus half into B minus what? A. Now you see that you only minus a half times this, we have half minus half A minus half B plus A plus half B minus half KA, right? I've opened out the bracket. It is left now for you to collect what? Like terms together. Let's collect like terms together. We have minus equal to minus half A. Another thing that we have seen there that is like is plus A. Another one is what? Minus half KA, right? These are the like terms in terms of what? A. Let's look at in terms of B. We have minus half B. Another one is plus half, okay, B. You see that this one goes away, right? Because minus half B plus half B is 0. So we are left with this. We can take the LCM of that. What is the LCM? 2. Here we are going to have minus, not A, minus A plus 2A negative KA. Now you see that you can simplify this because they are like terms, right? So this is the same as what? Is the same as A minus what? KA divided by what? 2. The form that we have there is 1 minus K divided by 2. All that multiplied by what? Small a. So we can see that we already have that form there. You can have 1 minus K divided by what? 2. All that what? A. That's what we have. And that is the solution to small man 2. Okay, let's look at the 2 small man 3. It says that find the value of K given that the absolute value of small a is equal to 17 times that of pure S is equal to 4. So all what we need to do is to rewrite this in form of absolute values for small a and pure S. So we have pure S equal to 1 minus K divided by 2 multiplied by the absolute value of small k. Now we have this pure S to be 4 equal to 1 minus K divided by 2 times 17. So we need to solve for K because it is the only unknown. So we can cross multiply 4 times 2, we have 8 equal to 1 minus K, all that multiplied by 17. So we have 8, divide both sides of the equation by 17. So we have 8 divided by 17 is equal to, all of this divided by 17 will give us 1 minus what? K. Now you can solve for K. We have K is equal to, taking this side and take this one to the other side. And take this side and this one to the other side. You are going to have 1 minus 8 over what? 17. So the LCM here is 17. 17 divided by 1 gives us 17 times 1, 17. 17 divided by 17y times 8 gives us minus 8. 17 minus 8 gives us 9 over 17. So this is our value for K. So K is equal to 9 over 17.
So it's all.